The one tool that every journalist should use when covering any story is something that they are born with, and it is their eyes and their ears, and less so their mouths. And that's about all I have to say.
So I would emphasize that to anyone coming into the business. Never underestimate the value of great reporting skills.
Which is fine, I suppose, except that what he did was...
Great reporting skills on their own are not enough. So what else do you need? Video. Video skills are growing in importance. Operating a camera matters. Not, I would say it's life and death for a journalist, because there's lots of people who can operate a camera. Being able to speak to a camera, understand the power of video is important. Video production is a great skill, and using video to communicate journalism, which is much more than talking to a camera or holding a camera and have someone talk to it. So that video is a great skill. Data analysis, which sounds really dull, is a growing skill in newsrooms around the world. It's being able to assemble and work with complex databases of information. Why? Well, there's just a lot more information available. So we see this in WikiLeaks. Someone who is really good at database management and analysis was able to make WikiLeaks really work. We see it in investigative journalism, we see it in basic reporting.
My name is Gagandeep Kumman, and I am the editor of the Squamish Reporter. Well, I think one thing that students probably need to know, and which I've been learning in the past 1 year, without even reading a book, is the importance of connecting with your readers. I think your stories or your newspaper becomes successful when readers start identifying with you on a personal level. And that means, considering every story important. I read somewhere in a journalism book that there are no small stories, only small reporters. So I think that whenever you go to step outside your journalism school to do a story, at least I always remember that there are no small stories, only small reporters. And I think that's what I've learned, is that once you start connecting with your readers, and by considering every story important, I think then that's my mantra of success, at least in Squamish.
The fundamental skill, I don't care what you're doing, radio, television, print, is being able to write. And there is no better way to be able to write than to write always, write often, keep writing, wake up, start writing, write some more, and then do some more writing. For every, you just have to write. I just can't stress that enough. It's the most fundamental building block for every bit of journalism, and the best journalists, and I don't care what they do, are all excellent writers. In the last year at Quebecor, every job we posted at sunmediajobs.com, you can look it up there, any reporting job is now multimedia journalist. So every single person who's coming into our company at this point is expected to be able to be functional with a web video, has to be able to write, and probably has to be able to speak on camera with some facility. You don't got to be Peter Mansbridge, but you got to be able to talk on video all right. You got to know your way around a video camera. But multimedia skills are very important. And then the step that separates the good ones, knowing how to use Flash perhaps, knowing your way around a spreadsheet, knowing your way around a database program, knowing some Perl scripts, knowing some scripting languages. That might be the thing that separates as well. Basic skills, got to do it all on all platforms.
The one thing you need more than anything else to succeed in this business now, especially in this environment, is curiosity. If you don't have curiosity, you're not going to make it. It's going to become drudgery. But if you're curious about what's going on, and one question always leads to another question, and even when you've finally written your report, you've still got 3 questions that still nag at you, then that's good journalism. Because then it's peeling the onion. You've got to try and get to the core of it, but getting to the core of it takes a long time. And but you have to have the intellectual curiosity to continue to peel back that thing. If you don't have that, as I said, it's drudgery. And I think that you've got to have, along with that comes persistence. Persistence good in this environment, in this media environment we have in this country, because there are so many obstacles raised to you, even in terms of the business models that are out there, that if you're not persistent, if you give up easily, then you're going to lose the game. If you're persistent, you're going to win the game. I mean, it really is that simple. So, it's curiosity and persistence. Those are the two main things that you have to be a good journalist.
Build a very strong portfolio, volunteer, write for free, build it as big as you can, because those are the people that are going to consider hiring you. I would not consider hiring somebody without an extensive portfolio, because that to me says they're lazy. It really does, because if you're telling me you're passionate about decor, you're passionate about sports, you're passionate about hockey, well, why isn't your portfolio extensive?
Right.
It should be.
That's right.
But surprisingly, I would say out of those thousands of intern positions that we get resumes for, I might not be exaggerating by saying 80% of them are awful.
You have to do it all. But if you're asking me what is the one skill, it still is writing. That's the real core. When you put a story together, when you figure out what are the important elements, what are the words you want to use. Pictures can be very powerful, but words as well are important. So spend time on the writing, and the other stuff will fit nicely with that.